Om Swastiastu. Hello everyone, welcome back to my video. Here I will explain and mentoring meaningful English learning through video production and instrument development record. Okay, before that, let me introduce myself. My name is Nikada Sinta Pertiwi, and name 211117104H. Okay, I start from the first slide. There are background of the study. Advance in technology have approached world close to the use of English medium. Research history has found English to an incredibly important position as a language. There are still many students who avoid English. Students avoid English because they perceive English as a very difficult subject. The long motivation of a student in learning English is an old problem for English teacher. One of the more interesting ways to teach English is to use a video in class. With the use of a video in ELT, it has proven to be useful in facilitating language learning and increasing student motivation, creative, interesting, and lively English learning compared to conventional language without video. Additionally, video can be used to improve conversation, listening, and pronunciation skill, and can even be used really to stimulate control, listen, and encourage the development of artistic vocabulary. And a graduate student who approaches to master English and teach the language must interesting, meaningful English learning. A meaningful English learning experience will not only encourage them to learn English, but also reward the sense of accomplishment. Well, when a student success in doing certain tasks, they will feel satisfied with themselves and their import within through will increase the self-confidence. This satisfaction with encourage students to learn more, even try new and more challenging activity or assessment. By using for production as a project in learning English, video creation are part of a methodological approach that combines the pedagogical knowledge, content knowledge, and technology knowledge, which is widely known as TPACK, or technology pedagogical content knowledge. Next slide. Methodology of the article. There are seven major steps in instrument development. Step 1 defines the configuration to a measure. Step 2, the target population in determined based of the purpose of the device. Step 3, the process of reviewing of the related products. Step 4, the instrument prototype was developed in the form of an instrument prototype blueprint to instrument item. Step 5, evaluation of device prototype is conductive by obtaining critical expert opinion on the adequacy of the defined contract. The first six revive to equipment based on the result of step 5 evaluation, and the next step is experience called this is instrument development and involve study in testing the instrument to avoid to obtain the test internal attribute reliability, structural adequacy, and internal analysis. The resulting instrument was piloted by press service EFL students from three different classes at a local state university in the province of Bali. Because the instrument measures meaningful learning in the classroom with a video production. The class goes in the class that have experienced video production in their English learning. Next slide. Research and discussion. There are research based on the assessment of relation literature and the formulation of the differentiation of control, a variable and indicator. The current development blueprint instrument can be shown in the table 1. Based on table 1, there are 6 variables that represent meaningful learning control indicator from each variable development based on the principle of meaningful learning. Item word development in the form of use statement to be reported to by agreement using 4-point like slide, slowly again, under seat, and this again, or and the last strolling again, this again. Okay, you can see picture table 1, the prototype of the instrument to measure perceptive meaningfulness of English. Learning using a video production. The result of the assessment are as follow. The first thing the experts criticism was the use of overly judgmental word in the item. The second, the expert panel indicated the there were 2 items, item 19 and item 20, with printed the same question. And the last, the third, scholar note some grammatical error in the item, such as inconsistency and the tenses used to use in the item. More a sentence still use the system. Some sentences still use the simple present tense to describe part event. The next table 2, the referensive prototype of the instrument to measure perceive a meaningfulness of English learning using video production. The data obtained from the trial were the analyzing using SPSS to obtain the Cronbach alpha coefficient, which indicated internal consistency and evenness of instrument reliability. The next table 3. The result of Crorband alpha analysis. Based on table 3, it can be interpreted that the value of a Cronbach alpha and the value of Cronbach alpha based on standard disease item are 0.896 and 0.927 respectively. This means that this instrument achieve high internal consistency, or in other words, all items of this instrument measure this the same concept or control and are contented with the interrelationship of the item in the instrument. Okay, next table for item total statistic. As presented in table 4, if item 12 or item 22 is removed, the Cronbach alpha value will be high and reach 0.903 because item 22 have a lower correct item total correlation than item 12. It is advisable to delete item 22. After deleting item 22, the Cronbach alpha Cronbach alpha calculation was run again, and the result of the session collaboration are presented in the table 5. Okay, next table type final combined Cronbach alpha value. Based on table 5, the final instrument has a total of 23 items with the Cronbach alpha value, and the Cronbach alpha based on standardization item value are 0.903 and 0.932 respectively. This also means that this instrument has high internal consistency. Okay, next last discussion. The development of the instrument is this study is based on the principle of a meaningful link, and then the instrument using to measure the student verbal performance use the public speaking skill adapted from Johnson and availability. Validated, and next another instrument used at this student study was interview girls with generated 2 terms of student report. And the next in this study we successful develop a structure I made at a mentioned student profession of the simulation of a language learning using video production. Okay, the next material conclusion. Advance in technology have learned to the with the praise using a video and video production in learning, including learning English. The variability of a technology means has increased video production in English classes. The its development using Bourne's 7-step device development process. This instrument achieves high internal consistency, or in other words, all items for this instrument measure the same concept or control, and it is connected to the interrelated of the item within the instrument. Okay, that's all about me. Thank you, and Santi.